finally did it. I went to the Goodwill Bins and this is my experience. Hi, my name is Matilda and welcome back to Miss Matti. So a couple of months ago, me and my friend Angela went to the Goodwill Bins for the first time, or as we call them here in Quebec, Renaissance Centre de Liquidation. Don't come for my French, please. My friend Angela is an avid thrifter, but like me, she had never been to the bins before. So this was a first time experience for both of us. Also, sorry if my earrings are making a lot of noise. I hope they will sound fine. So if you do not know what the Goodwill Bins are, you never heard about it. It basically these like sort of liquidation centers that Goodwill, or what they call here in Quebec Renaissance, have across both Canada and US, and where they sell unsold items or over donations and so on. So they have these bins you just dig through. All the items except the furniture are sold by weight, so you're able to make some really good bargains. And many of you have recommended me to go because it's a really great place to find materials and clothes to upcycle. Before we went, we watched a lot of videos together on like what to think about when you're going for the first time, what to bring, and so on. So before we went, I packed my lunchbox, which is a hydration pack. I filled it up with water or coals, and I packed some snacks. We both got some gloves, some gardening gloves from the dollar store, but you can also use single-use latex gloves. And the reason why we got gloves is that you do not really know what you're digging through when you're digging through the bins. Then we also got some hand sanitizer. I got my loops because I can be really overwhelmed by a lot of like overstimulation, a lot of noise and so on. I also digged up some face masks from 2020, which we both were wearing. We also packed reusable bags, and I also packed a tape measure. As you cannot try anything on at the bins, we just wanted to make sure that the items we were getting fit us properly. So before we went, we both had thrift wish list of what we would love to find. We both had a goal of finding one item. So as I said earlier, items are usually sold by weight and the price varies from location to location. So for clothes at this Renaissance, it was $5.29 per kilo, or $2.40 per pound. And I also got several items, which I will show you later, from the home decoration section, which was only $165 per kilo, which was amazing because you will see later, I got a lot of fabric by buying things in the home decoration section. We were really prepared to maybe just last an hour at the bins, but we ended up being there for 3-4 hours, I think, in the end. It's one of those places where time doesn't exist anymore. And we were just immersing ourselves into the full experience. There was loud music playing, so many people there. A lot of them you could tell were resellers, but there was also a lot of other people there. So we got a trolley each and we started to dig. The first 10 minutes were really tough. I was not sure I was going to be able to find anything at first. And we started to notice that there was people who decided to stand next to us and just look at the things we discarded when we were digging through. And then I remember that one YouTuber had given this tip to go and stand near the people that have good style. Try to sort of dig near them and maybe you can take what they discard. And I do not know if this was the reason why these ladies stood next to us, but I take the compliment. People were wild. There was this really short crazy lady. And when I say short, she was really short, and which was definitely to her advantage in this situation. Angela is 5'1", I think, and this lady was belly to her bust. And because she was so tiny, she had this ability to like elbowed herself between you and started to like take things out of your hand. Yeah, I wasn't too impressed when she started to take things out of my hands. After a couple of hours of being at the bins, we had filled our trolleys quite a lot, and it was time for us to find a little bit more of a quiet spot and start to select what we actually wanted to buy. And this is also where we started to bring up the measuring tape, making sure that things could fit us properly, checking the materials, check if there's any issues with the items, and so on. And as always with thrifting, you need to be able to judge if a repair is worth making or not, or if you think you can remove a stain or not. And it depends so much on from items to item, but with how good the pricing is at the bins, that risk might be more worth taking.
Our car. How you doing?
So what did we spend in the end? I think I spent around $11 and Angela spent around $13. So one of the items I got was this broderie anglais bed skirt. If I'm holding it like this, maybe you're able to tell a bit more how it looks like. So my plan is to take off the part with lace and make a little cute skirt that I can wear with my cow outfit that I wore for a video last year. So the costume that I'm talking about has this little cute sort of bolero with a little collar and a bell. Then you have like a bralette in cow print, and then you have little gloves, and then you have this little garter belt at the waist that has like lacing at the front and gives a little cute milkmaid look, and then a little pair of cow print thongs. It just feels a little bit too revealing, and even if I was comfortable in walking around in an outfit like that, I still feel it just is out of proportion because you have a lot of things going on up here and then barely nothing going on at the bottom. I always wanted to have a little cute skirt in like a fabric like this and with that costume. So I think that's what I'm gonna make it out of. And then I got this pair of jeans. They are high-waisted and wide-legged in this light denim, which is something I really would like to add to my wardrobe. I did measure them, but for some reason, I forgot about the fact that you need ease in clothes when I measured them. So when I finally were able to try them on at home, I felt like a stuffed sausage, to be honest. It sucks, but at the same time, I will be able to find jeans like this in the future. I'm sure of it. But I do have a plan for these jeans. They're gonna go into my patchwork boiler suit I started working on earlier this year. And I think the jeans will be such a good addition to the boiler suit because I do mainly have darker denim in it so far, and I think it would be really nice to have some lighter denim as a contrast. Then I got this, okay, this is really hard to show. Then I got this massive cotton canvas curtain, and I think I will put it in the doorway to my laundry room because it doesn't have a door, and I'm a little bit tired looking at all the mess in there. So hopefully I will get around to finally hang up this curtain very soon.
Spoiler alert, at the time of editing, this has not yet happened.
I almost forgot to include this see-through black and silver glitter top that I also found at the bins. It's originally from Ratemans, surprisingly. I haven't worn it much yet, but I plan to use it as a layering piece. Then I also got this gray sweatshirt. The intention with getting this sweatshirt was to use that to replace a worn out neckband and a worn out pair of cuffs in another sweatshirt that I have. Sadly, when I came home, I discovered that the gray in my sweatshirt and this sweatshirt sadly do not match. But I do think we will find another project for this cuff and neckband in the future. And hopefully next time I go to the bins, I will be able to find something to replace the worn out neckband and cuffs with. Then I got this flat sheet. It's not super exciting at all. I got it because the quality was slightly better. It's a little bit stained and it's also in this beige color, but it is 100% Ralph Lauren cotton sheet and of really good quality. So I got it with the intention to potentially dye it. And I really think the bins are a perfect place to sort of go and find sheets, maybe of lesser quality than this Ralph Lauren sheet, and then use those sheets to make your mock-ups with. After filming, I made my third and hopefully final mock-up on my boiler suit. I am planning to tie-dye it with indigo and use it as the lining for the finished piece. Angela's haul mainly contained clothes. She found so many good things. Angela found this gorgeous white dress with a stain that we managed to remove. Plus, she also found this bright green skirt and a pine green v-neck sweater. The sweater smelled a bit musty, but a vinegar soak and a good wash fixed that. She also scored a beautiful red knitted pullover. The red skirt wasn't thrifted, it's an old one she borrowed from me. She also found this white lace shirt, which she wears as a dress here, and paired it with a bottom front white bustier that she also scored at the bins. Angela also found this relaxed white shirt, and the white linen pants were also thrifted from Renaissance, though not from the bins. She also found this stunning dress in Ankara fabric, but it needs some repairs and alterations to fit her properly. I remember after we left, while we were exhausted and really tired and needed a good rest, we were both like, again, it's a really addictive experience, and I highly recommend you, if you have the bins available to you, to go. Now it's been a couple of months since we went and I'm really excited to go back soon. The only thing that really stops me from going back right now is that it's quite far away from where I live. It's around 30 minutes by car, and on public transport it's like 1 hour and 15 minutes. Please let me know in a comment down below what your experience has been shopping at the bins. Do you have any tips that I didn't mention in this video? Leave a comment down below and let us all know. And until next time, bye!